What's up, Clemson Nation? Alright guys, we'll get a little preview of the Wake Forest game. Some other stuff that happened yesterday on the bye, the big old Clemson bye. And I hate byes. Clemson, without having to play a game, moves up 2 spots from number 11 to number 9 in the AP. Probably the same in the BCS. I doubt we'll go ahead of number 9. We'll probably be at number 9 in both. Atlantic Division Championship this weekend against Wake Forest. And how bad would it be if Wake Forest went to the ACC Championship with most likely a 7-5 record? That would be terrible. So you know what happened yesterday? The big game between LSU and Alabama. I gotta say, I was highly disappointed in it. No, I know there's 2 great teams. Still, in my opinion, probably the 2 best, possibly the 2 best teams in the country. You know, of course, 1 and 2. But it's not that they could have played a lot better. I'll say that. They played horrible. They both played horrible offensively. It was way too conservative of play calling, pathetically conservative. The quarterbacks looked terrified of the other defenses, so they just, it's like they bowed in, just gave up. It's like they didn't even attempt to play offense. No touchdown games are extremely boring for anybody. Now I know it was exciting for the LSU and Alabama fans, but for the rest of the country, we're praying there's not a rematch in the national championship game, unless y'all's offenses get it together. South Carolina game, what everybody expected. South Carolina's defense was overrated. Hadn't played anybody. They play another terrible offense this week. It looks like Shaw might not play. That's bad for him, but you know. So, you know, South Carolina, look for Georgia to beat Auburn, because Auburn's terrible. I'm sorry guys, y'all aren't going to make it. Don't look like y'all are going to be making it back to Atlanta to get stomped again. Let's see, who else? Wake Forest and Notre Dame. Wake Forest, you did better than I thought you would. I thought Notre Dame would come in there and blow you guys out after the way y'all played against North Carolina. But they didn't. And, you know, that's pretty good for y'all. Y'all played good. Are you going to be mad coming to Death Valley? I don't think so. Do you have what it takes to beat Clemson in Death Valley on senior day? I don't think so. It is a noon game. That's terrible. I hate noon games. But I don't think y'all have what it takes to come in there and beat us. But you did stick with Notre Dame at home. That was a pretty good game. Then we have the earlier ACC games. Miami blew out Duke. That one earlier. But Florida State, y'all played good. Played very good against Boston College. And then North Carolina and NC State. I gotta say that I was extremely disappointed in that game's play. I was looking forward to a big, intense rivalry game. North Carolina played. They played bad, but they're North Carolina. They're a basketball school. They need to stick to it. NC State owns them. That's pretty funny, since we own NC State. They own North Carolina. That's like the 5th straight against them, or 4th straight, or something. That's just funny. But 13-0. NC State, you know, maybe they're a threat now. Their defense stepped it up against the team that scored 49 the week before. So NC State, I think, could possibly be a trap game for Clemson. I'm pretty worried about that. I'm much more worried about that game than the Wake Forest game, to be honest. Just because of it's, you know, a trap game situation on the road. Hell, the way the ACC's going right now, that could be another night game for us on the road. But congrats to NC State getting that shutout. It's hard to do in any conference against decent competition. And let's see who else played. Any other big games? Oak State game, of course, was a crazy one. I was watching that until I turned it in the 4th quarter just because the game was so boring between Alabama and LSU. I started watching that game. That game was extremely exciting. Oak State comes away at the end. Congrats to y'all. Y'all are number 2, and if you can get past Oklahoma, which I don't see happening, y'all could be playing for the national championship. Personally, I think that I really don't know. I don't know if I see Stanford getting past Oregon. It's just I don't know what could happen. I don't see many undefeated teams. I think LSU might be the only undefeated team if they get past Arkansas, but I think they could possibly lose to Arkansas, so this could be a crazy finish. But anyway, I wanted to get on here and make a little recap since we had a bye week. of what happened. Clemson versus Wake Forest. I'll make another video later this week for that. That's it, guys. Go Tigers, 8-1. We're coming for Wake Forest. Let's go.